everyone, and welcome to another episode of Motorboating with Mammeries. This is Tanks for the Mammeries playing open beta test on World of Warships. Today I'm in my USS Atlanta, the premium American light cruiser with all the 5-inch guns on it. And I'm going to be playing this match. I thought I'd show you because it's a pretty decent match for talking about some of the tactics that the Atlanta offers here. There's not a tremendous number of destroyers in this match, which is one of the things I think the Atlanta is primarily good for doing, which is going after enemy destroyers and wiping them out pretty quick to protect your larger capital ships from their torpedo attacks. But in this instance, the enemy team only has one destroyer. It's Hatsuratu, but they've got a couple of Clevelands. They've got an Atlanta, an Otago, Megami, and a bunch of American battleships, and then a big Nagato and a carrier at the end there. So I've got to be careful because of all the big guns they have on the other side, and the fact that they've got an Atlanta, which is pretty good at taking out other Atlantas. So what I've decided to do is go up to this cap here and get into this cap and go ahead and take it for our team, but hide behind the hill instead of sailing out there in the middle of the open and potentially getting shot at by somebody that's coming in from the other side. So I'm gonna sit here at about E1 or E3 and just hide for a minute behind this hill. And I normally tell people don't ever stop moving, but in this case it's sort of prudent to, once you get here, to sort of park yourself. Anybody who's going to come around the side of this island here is going to get a face full of all my guns. But I'm going to go ahead and get in here and stop and go ahead and cap this thing out. There's going to be another cruiser coming over on my right side, and when he does, he's going to sail out there a little bit and be able to spot things further down. So I see that he's coming up behind me. I'm going to go ahead and just park it here for a second. Go ahead and get this particular capture point capped out. And I also thought that by doing this, what I would do is, rather than my usual style of play, rushing in, ramming into an island, shooting a couple things and getting killed, that this would give me pause to allow me to sort of see where the battle was going to develop, where the enemy teams were going to end up going, where that destroyer was going to be, the other cruisers, that sort of thing. So went ahead and got this thing capped out. And now I'm starting to see some of the enemy ships and where they're deploying to. So gives me the opportunity to there goes the other ship on my team. So he's going to spin out there and see what's what. In the meantime, rather than me head out that way and make a big circle back, I'm just going to reverse myself and then head back into the middle there. He's obviously been spotted by that aircraft over that way. But there's nothing, seems like there's really nothing down this side here. So rather than waste my time heading down that way, like I said, I'm going to go back into the middle. And all of a sudden I got some shots on this enemy ship coming down the line. So I'm going to actually for once pay attention to my map as far as where my ship is navigating while I'm in zoom mode there. And yep, take a little peek, make sure I'm not going to run into this island. And I can start laying some fire down on this guy. And he is just going to be in big trouble here. 8 hits. 5 more. And as he goes over the island, 9 more. And I kill him. So 10 more hits actually. So I killed him. As you can see, I arced it right over that island. So he's dead. I don't know what he was pushing for, but he was pushing something. And it looks to me as if the entire enemy, because their destroyer's dead, it looks to me that the entire enemy team is pretty much on the other side of the map. There might be 1 or 2 over here somewhere, but for the most part, it looks like everybody on their team went to the other side of the map. So, that being the case, I'm gonna use a little caution when I come up around this island here, but I should be able to get some shots in on these guys while they're distracted with all the rest of our team over there in those cap zones. So the middle cap is open pretty much, and I'm able to get my guns to bear over this island, and this guy runs aground, so we get plenty of opportunity to shoot at this fella. Oh, there's an island, and I'm going to miss it. Good stuff. So now we can just pour fire into this guy, and he's at such a good distance. My shells are coming down pretty much near vertical onto his deck. There's 8. There's 17. 23. Oh, those were short. That's alright. Next batch will go in. 5. 13. And he's dead. So. But I got spotted. And here comes incoming fire. So I'm going to turn into it. Present as narrow a target as possible. And try to go find that enemy carrier. Because I know the carrier's out here somewhere. And I've got the speed. And I've got the torpedoes to take the guy out. But he has just figured this game is totally lost, and he's going to appear in a spot where I did not expect.
Our team has taken the lead.
So I'm going up to this corner to try and look for this guy. And there's spotting some more enemy ships. Now I get spotted by the plane, so I go ahead and turn on my anti-aircraft fire just for the extra points. It's fighter planes. They're not going to be able to do anything to me, but there they are. They're spotting me, so if I can take any of them out, then it's worth a try. Now I've got somebody in range. Of course, now I'm spotted, so... But I can put some fire in on these guys now. So I'm going to turn into engage. There's the incoming fire. I've turned into it. Here comes some more. I'm going to try and swing the ship back to the other side a little bit. And some more. So I'm trying to do a little ducking and dodging and weaving. And there is the enemy carrier. Right there. And I don't have... He's not in my range, but this guy is. So 7 hits, 2 fires. Fires, 11 hits. He's just, now he can't put him out because he's just he's used his repair kit, so I'm just going to keep him on fire. The carrier's not quite in my range yet, and I didn't reset my aiming, so they're going to fall short. But another 13 hits on that guy. You know, the Atlanta, while the enemy is distracted, while the ships are distracted and shooting at somebody else, you can do a tremendous amount of damage. We're going to end up with over 175 hits, or about 175 hits on these ships for what? I took, what, 3 or 4 hits in return? And now I can start shooting at the carrier. So I've just kept that guy on fire. There's not a thing he can do about it. So the battleship went down because of my gunfire. I think it was a battleship. So that's 2 ships taken out. And the enemy team just couldn't ever recover from their earlier mistake of sending everybody down one side. We were able to cap out, and now the points are just, they'll never catch up. So I'm trying to swing around this island to go after the carrier, and he's just gonna, you know, he's just doing whatever he can to get himself some points, I guess. And then we'll start firing at this guy, and I'm going to be able to put quite a few shots into him. I'm spotted, but at this point, I don't care. We're not going to lose. I'm going for points now. Targeting was a little off, but I'm going to find the distance pretty quick here. There we go. And I'm starting to take out secondaries on him. Getting some good money. The shots are going straight down into his deck. There's not a thing he can do about it. I should have probably switched over to AP at this point, so that's a mistake I made, but I'm getting pretty good fire on this guy. He's not going to escape it. And I've only got my front guns because I'm trying to close the distance, so only my front guns are firing, really. But once we start turning to the side, torpedoes there out on him. Now he's putting some serious fire into me, and that's fine, but that's the end of that. So, pretty good match here. Pull up the post-game stats so you guys can take a look at those. 246,666 credits, 3,240 experience, 163 free experience, 175 shots fired, 1 aircraft taken out, 2 ships killed. You know, so all in all, really good fight. This is what the Atlanta's like, guys. If you can get this sort of match, and you can stay back a little bit, keep alive, let the enemies get distracted, and then just start putting shots down range on them, you can get 175, 200, even 300 hits in a game. Keep the guys on fire, and it will eventually wear them out. So I hope you enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing the Atlanta on Monday, July 13th. It will be back in the shop and back on the tech tree at that time. So go ahead and pick up your Atlanta. Get in there and start playing it. It's a premium ship, Tier 7 American cruiser, with lots and lots and lots of guns, fires constantly, and it will be back in the shop, or actually on the tech tree for sure, on Monday, July 13th after about 8:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. This is Tanks for the Mammeries. You're watching Motorboating with Mammeries, open beta test on World of Warships. Thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.